Alright, I couldn't decide on what to do for today's Sunday vlog, so I wrote all you guys there on Twitter and Facebook, try to get some questions back, and I'm gonna go ahead and field them here today. Really got to get out of this area though. I was out in the Harajuku region today on Takashita Street. Considered one of the fashion capitals, well, of the world if you're into little girl and Lolita fashion. So I'm gonna get out of here and stop being the creepy foreigner on the street. Alright, so starting with the first question, actually, Ralphie Costello asked, can you discuss the safety from lightning strikes? Don't go outside during a lightning storm. That's probably number one. Number two, don't stand next to trees. Don't stand in a field. Stay inside. If you can hear thunder, you can get struck by lightning, so it's always pretty dangerous. Another lightning safety tip, don't stand on a bridge when it looks like there's a storm coming, because, you know, that's a higher elevation and probably not that smart. Well, fun fact, if you believe that the same place cannot get hit by lightning twice, that is really, really falsely wrong. Actually, here in Japan, Tokyo Tower gets hit like all the time, and so does Skytree. It's quite often. All right, so Charles Smith wants to know, why do typhoons always hit Guam? Well, I guess I could use a stereotypical answer, as I see a lot of YouTubers say, that it's because of HARP and the US government and all that. Yeah, that sounds pretty legit, right? Well, no. Actually, Guam is only hit by about 3 to 4 tropical cyclones a year. And those are when the Westpac High retreats enough that storm systems can push off towards the north. But typically that high pressure is in place, and they usually go down towards the south or wrap around it off towards the west. So do they hit a lot? Well, not as much as the Philippines, you would actually think. It's actually Guam and Saipan, a little bit less on average. This is what I like to call old and new Japan stacked on top of each other, because you have a shrine right here, and well, that UFO-looking building right behind it over in Shinjuku. Roman here on Facebook was saying, I was curious about lenticular clouds and why, as you said, there is none in Miami. Roman, I'm pretty sure you already know the answer to this one, because there's no mountains in Miami. We often see, where actually you're located, I know you're near Mount Fuji, is a lot of those winds, especially when they rush in from the southwest, they rush up Mount Fuji, they condense, and then you get these cap clouds. I should put a photo of one on the screen here, and those are, well, the lenticular clouds. Actually, very more often noted for their severe turbulence. If you're in an airplane and one of these are nearby, my goodness, run away. Also, another thing we often see, especially into the Rockies in the United States, is people mistaking these for UFOs. Yeah, you'll hear people say, look, a UFO. It's actually a lenticular cloud. So that's interesting, but none in Florida or the East Coast, because well, there's no mountains, so that doesn't happen. You need a mountain, and isolated one, preferably, for a pretty decent looking lenticular cloud. So the next question on the list is from Dawn Parker, and she's saying, why is my house invaded by spiders before it rains? Well, the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout, down came the rain and washed the spider out, and then it went inside. I hate you so much.
That's not.
No, but seriously, spiders often do go inside. So do most bugs before it rains, but their natural environment's not inside, so they may die quickly afterwards. One of the things that you can do is just spray around doorways and windows bug repellent, and hopefully that'll help keep them out. All right, another one of the questions that were asked here by Ralph Costello is, does the supermoon have any impact on the weather? Well, as far as the weather, not really. If you don't know what the supermoon is, it is when the Earth is closest to the moon and it really at full moon at the same time, so it looks absolutely huge, sometimes about 10% bigger than normal. In the case of weather, no, it doesn't really impact it. As far as the tides, it impacts that. So if you're a surfer, you're probably gonna have some bigger waves, and the tides are gonna be much higher, going up and down. If there was a typhoon at the same time as a supermoon during high tide, yeah, that would probably have some disastrous impact. So I guess as far as weather, it would relate like that, but it doesn't change anything atmospheric at the very least. All right, that's all for today on this. I did get one other comment. Somebody told me to look at Rabbit Frankenstein on YouTube, so somebody else go check that out. I'm a little scared. So yeah. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can post them down into the comment box below. If you have any comment on the little berserker behind me who had too much sugar today, please feel free to go ahead. You can respond to any more questions or comments. That's my wife who has hiccups in the background. If you have any more questions or comments, maybe next week we might do something like this again. So please let us know on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching as always, and stay safe out there, everyone. Bye. I hate you so much.